Hi everyone, and welcome back to your Fundations lesson. If you can believe it, we are still in Unit 7. Today we're going to talk again about the letter Y and what it does as a suffix. It's very, very important. We're going to look at Y, TY, and LY. But before that, you might remember that when we started Unit 7, I told you there were 9 trick words, and you've already had 6 of them. So now let's take a look at the last group of 3. Okay, and here we go. The first one is night. Night. I will see you at night. At night. Night. Okay, here it is. The next one is carry. Carry. Oh, I really need help to carry this very heavy box. Carry. Okay, let's have a look at it. And make sure you have these written down twice. The third word is something. Something. There is something heavy in this box. Something. Okay, here it is. Please write it twice. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but night is not really that tricky because there are lots of words that have this IGHT pattern, like fight and right and sight and might and light. So that's something to keep in mind. And oh yeah, carry. Well, we do have words like marry, and you might have a friend named Larry. Okay, but don't tell anybody I told you. Right, and then you could practice these 3 with a sentence like, I carry something at night. See how that sentence has all 3 of these trick words in it? Okay, pretty soon I'm going to ask you to spell all 9 of them. Let's move on. Now you might remember from a recent video, I asked you this question. What are the 2 long sounds of Y? The 2 long vowel sounds. And we said they were I and E, like try and baby. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. Most of the words that we've seen so far that have Y at the end of a word that is 2 or more syllables, right? It's a multisyllabic word. The Y was part of the word, like baby and pony and mommy and cherry. We can't break that Y off because then we don't have a word. So we're going to look today at how Y is used as a suffix. And in all of these cases, when it's 2 or more syllables, the Y has a long E sound. Let's take a look. So let's look at Y as a suffix. When Y is a suffix, it can be used to make a word that describes something. And we call this an adjective. You might remember we learned that in our grammar minute. So if you feel a chill, then we might say, oh, the air is chilly. If something has a bump on it, we might say it's bumpy. If someone is a grump, we might say she is grumpy. If something has a crunch to it, we might say it is crunchy. If something has a lot of hills, we might say it's hilly. And if somebody has a lot of luck, we might say they are right, lucky. See what we did there? We just added a Y, and that made it an adjective. That was something that was added to help us describe something. And you'll notice that all of these Y's have a long E sound. And because they're suffixes, when we mark these, and we'll talk about that in another video, all we're going to do is just circle them because we circle all of our suffixes. Now, when ty is a suffix, it can be used to make a person, place, or thing, which you know now we call a noun. So we can take the word safe and add ty, or 6 and add ty, and what do we get? Safety and 60. Okay, and that y still sounds like a long e, and it's still a suffix. It's not actually part of the word because we can take ty away and we have a base word like safe and 6. And this one's great. ly. When ly is a suffix, it can be used to make a word that describes how something is done. And we call this an adverb. So if someone is a brave warrior, we might say, oh, she fought bravely. How did she fight? She fought bravely. And if somebody is a quiet walker, we might say that person walks quietly. And if somebody moves in a quick way, we can say that person moves quickly. And if somebody's waving their arms up and down like a wild person, we can say they're waving their arms wildly. And if somebody speaks in a soft way, we can say that person speaks softly. And if somebody walks very slow, walks in a slow way, we can say that person walks slowly. So look at all of these. ly helps us make adverbs, which tell us how something is done. Now, are all ly words adverbs? No, but many of them are. So this is a great set to learn. Okay? Does it make sense so far? So remember, when you have suffixes y, ly, or ty, they're always going to sound like a long e. Okay? Remember that. That's a very good rule to remember. Now, let's see if you can spell these words. The first one is 60. 57, 58, 59, 60. Are you ready? Here it is. Okay, if you know how to spell 6 and you remember the rule for ty, then you've got it. Your next word is quietly. Quietly. Please enter the room quietly. The baby is sleeping. Okay, here it is. Your next word is 70. 70. Now, you might hear a D sound, but remember the rule that we've talked about. We've introduced Y as a suffix in 3 forms, Y, TY, and LY. And here's the word again, 70. Here it is. The next one is hardly. Hardly. Ah, I hardly had any time to eat. Hardly. Do you have it? Here it is. Okay, and one more. The word is windy. Windy. Wow, it is a really windy day today. Okay, here it is. Make sure you have all of these words written down twice. Okay. Oh yeah, boys and girls, windy days. It's so hard to go to work when that wind is blowing in your face and your tie is flapping around and you can't really see well in front of you. I don't mind the wind as long as there's some snow with it. All right, boys and girls, that's it for today. Have a wonderful day.